What's up, everybody? The M5 MacBook Pro was released about a week ago. It's definitely getting some attention online. And while a lot is the same from the previous model, including the display and the Wi-Fi, some other things have changed. Today, I'm highlighting the 4 main upgrades, including a dramatic 400% boost to the AI computing power, the 30% boost in the graphics capabilities, the 20% boost in multi-core processing, and a 300% upgrade to the solid-state drive, which is where you save stuff. Welcome to the most honest, concise review you'll get anywhere on YouTube, and I'm doing it all in 4 minutes. The M5 MacBook Pro starts at $1599, the same starting price of the M4, but if you're not upgrading from a previous MacBook Pro model, here's what you get. An absolutely stunning display, 1600 nits brightness, which means this holds up pretty well in the sun, an extremely modern body, you can call it a chassis if you want, a processor that is efficient and easy on battery life, and an AI and graphics chip that can challenge any other machine on the market. But if you are upgrading from a previous MacBook, the M4 as an example, you'll notice that the chassis on this machine is absolutely identical to the previous model, as is the display and the Wi-Fi. On that note, I'll open by saying some of you are going to consider this an extremely moderate upgrade, maybe even most of you. However, there'll be others of you who will be absolutely blown away by what Apple has done here. Which of those two camps you fall in depends on what you're actually going to do with this machine. And on that note, we'll start with the upgrade to AI. One of the standout features to many of you will be the supercharged AI chip. And if you're wondering how does that actually impact you, if you're a creator and you're editing photos, videos, you're going to see a significant boost here compared to the M4. The M5 takes about 3 seconds to magically improve an image with Apple's AI versus about 12 seconds from the M4. So that may only sound like a few seconds, but that's actually a 75% reduction in time. So far more efficient. And if you're not a creator, but you're messing with vacation photos, photos for social media, or if you're a paid professional editing photos from an event, this is going to save you a lot of time. The graphics chip in the M5 is about 30% faster than that of the M4 as a low estimate. Some believe it's closer to 40. And depending on what you're doing with this, again, you may not even notice this. But if you're a gamer, and if you've been playing games on another computer, or if you are hesitant to buy a MacBook because of the quality of the graphics chip, this may be your time to consolidate. It ran No Man's Sky for me very reliably. Not perfect, but very reliably. And this updated graphics chip also helps with streaming video. And the boost spills over to many other day-to-day activities. The third upgrade is the multi-core processing, about 20% faster than the M4. Think about exporting a video that you've edited. A 10-minute video with this processing takes about 2.5 minutes versus about 3+ on the M4. And all the other stuff you do day to day, having a ton of browser tabs, doing downloads, this will make all that stuff you do every single day a little bit easier, quicker, and snappier. And the final big upgrade I'm discussing today is the solid-state drive. Everybody calls that the SSD, which is where your stuff is actually saved. And even as I say those words, you may be getting bored, but this is one of the number-wise biggest upgrades from the M4 to the M5, and you'll feel this all throughout the use of this machine. You can copy a 50 gigabyte folder in about 7 seconds. And if you're a gamer, to give you a point of reference, Cyberpunk on the Switch 2, the whole cartridge is only 64 gigabytes. So again, 50 gigabytes copied in 7 seconds on this machine. And a significant difference, that's about a third of the time that the M4 would have taken to do that. So if you're backing up your phone, downloads, this will take you a third of the time. So who should actually buy this? Look, if you're a faithful MacBook user and you're never gonna change, and you're a couple of generations back or maybe even on an M2, this is probably a pretty good time to upgrade. But what if you're on the M4? Then it's really gonna depend on what you're actually gonna do with this. If you wanna play games, if you wanna do hardcore video editing, maybe you give this a second thought. So if you're a heavy graphics user, or if you wanna game on your MacBook Pro, even if you have an M4, you might consider buying this one now. Anybody else? Maybe I'd wait it out because this is going to make the M4 drop in price, and that is an awesome machine that you can get, particularly if it's at a bargain. Give me a shout out in the comments if you'd like to see a comparison of this machine and the M5 iPad Pro, and you know what else to do if you want more videos. Thanks, guys.